Good morning or good afternoon, everyone. I am back and I will be joined by the 40 under 40 CEOs group. Morning, Kawilo. I'm not working out this morning, as you can see. Thank you, VD.
Hey,
Morning,
hey,
Mr.
hey, how's it
Fab.
going? Can you hear me now? Okay,
I can hear you live
beautiful. I
and
wonder what it
clear.
was with our platform earlier. Yeah.
I know. Too much money. You were having too many alerts coming
Oh,
in, so
you already know. All right, so it's not my platform, but then I need to welcome the people to this, IG Live. And it's brought to you by Under 40 CEOs Learning Hub. And of course, Under 40 CEOs, I see you guys joining in. I don't see you yet, Banke, but hopefully I do soon. Ngoziano, you're very welcome. Um, I see only Chanel. You're very welcome to this live chat with Banke Meshida Lawal. Thank you, guys. Please just drop your location if you can in the comment section. Would really love to hear from you. We want to know where you're joining us from. Please just let us know where you're joining in from. Drop that. You see her, but do you see me? Do you
yes, we
see
see
me? Oh,
you.
beautiful. So you see her, you see me. So we're good. VD is joining from Port Harcourt, house and beauty fashion from Coventry in the UK. We have Michael joining from Abuja. You're very welcome, guys. Wanemi from Lagos. Thank you. You see us both. Amazing. This is beautiful. Thank you. Keep it coming. Your location. Um, from London, Vancouver, Canada. Oh, we love that. Lovely. Lagos. Lagos seems to be winning, though. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So great. My name is Fami Lucy Akimbabajide. You may call me Fab. I'm the founder and executive director for Africa at Under 40 CEOs. And yes, at Under 40 CEOs, we're building the African economy on the shoulders of young business leaders. So our vision is to help young entrepreneurs, build thriving and scalable businesses. And we do this by providing, a community where knowledge is shared, support in the form of mentorship is given, and the right network is built. So I would like to advise that if you have any questions, you drop them in the questions section as of this IG Live. That is, as our very special guest will be responding to those later on. So today we're engaging with this amazing woman, a member of the Under 40 CEOs community, who has successfully, built a company from her time in the university to a company worth well over $1 million. She's a renowned makeup artist and entrepreneur. She's best known as the founder and CEO of BM Pro, a leading beauty brand in Africa. With over 2 decades of experience in the beauty industry, she's established herself as a trailblazer and innovator, shaping the landscape of professional makeup artistry in Africa. Born and raised in Nigeria, she developed a passion for makeup from a very young age, inspired by her mother's love for cosmetics. And after studying business administration at the University of Lagos, she opted to pursue her dreams of becoming a makeup artist, honing her skills through self-study, and most importantly, professional training. In 2006, she founded BM Pro, that's the makeup line, with a vision to provide high-quality makeup products tailored to the diverse needs of the African woman. Under her leadership, BM Pro has grown into a household name, offering a wide range of cosmetics, skincare products, and beauty services. Now, her artistic prowess and dedication to excellence has earned her numerous accolades and industry recognition. Now, beyond her business success, she's passionate about, empowering women, which is important even as we enter this week of International Women's Day. And of course, she is all about fostering entrepreneurship in Africa. She mentors aspiring makeup artists through workshops, training programs, sharing her knowledge and experience to help them succeed in the competitive beauty industry. Now, as a visionary leader and creative force, she continues to inspire and influence the beauty landscape, leaving an indelible mark on the industry and empowering women to look and feel their best. Ladies and gentlemen, please make welcome Banke Meshida Lawal.
Thank you, Mr. Fab. Thank you, everyone, for joining in. That's my life in a couple of
All right.
lines. Sounds
So we'd like to firstly just
very well.
apologize. I mean, we had some technical hitches, so we're starting almost an hour late.
Yeah.
So we apologize for that. We're really sorry for starting late. But I'll just have you know, it will be well worth your time. So welcome to Under 40 CEOs IG Live. Banke, really good to see you. You're one of those women who is proving to us in business and beyond business that no matter where and how you start your business in Africa, it can be big, right? And I believe your industry was practically non-existent in Nigeria when you started. So you just share with us, what was the makeup industry in Nigeria like, at the time when you started?
So when I started, I was at the University of Lagos, and I was just this person who loved to do makeup. I would accost total strangers, ask that if I could do their eyebrows or put some lipstick on them. Some would oblige, some would blow me off, and I was so passionate about making people beautiful and feel confident. Um, and I was just always booked to do this for people. So there wasn't an industry as we have now back then. But what was important for me was to deliver on what I promised, and the consistent nature of what I did pushed me to then develop a business model, set my own standards, which in turn has helped the industry be very professional about what I do. So it didn't just start today. So that being said, I was this talented painter. I had the skill to paint, but I also needed to give it some structure, and that I did with BM Pro. And here we are today, a couple of
Two
decades
decades, and I
later.
heard in another
When
engagement you had, it's 26 years, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, but I'm still that 21. I still feel so sorry. Where have the years gone? Where have they gone? But I've been here and I will still be here. In fact, sometimes I ask myself, in another 15 years, will I still be doing makeup? And the answer is yes. I will still be, by the grace of God, still be here pushing and making sure that the industry doesn't fall. It's what I'm passionate about. It's the only thing that I know how to do. So it is my responsibility to hold it high.
Okay, that's amazing. So you would say, I mean, you had a first mover advantage, right? So you were practically swimming in a blue ocean, right? However, there's some who have had that same opportunity you had with a first mover advantage, but they absolutely didn't crack it in business. So what did you do to ensure that you've kept your position as a pioneer and market leader to date?
I focused I focused all my energy onto what I did back then. I was a makeup artist. I wanted to make people very beautiful. And there's so much power in creating beauty. We're only just scratching the tip of the iceberg right now. When a woman is beautiful, she's confident. She can achieve anything. And I go into it. I go into I go into BM Pro, the business, with that mindset. I want to make you very beautiful. You're wearing this clothes. You're wearing these shoes. If your face is not done, then maybe your mood may be a certain way. But if you're stunning, you walk into the room. Oh wow! Everyone wants to say hello to you. Everyone wants to listen to what you have to say. It pushes you forward. So I would say every woman must have that skill to know how to doll up. Some people say, "Oh, I don't like to do makeup. I don't like to." You must learn it. So for me, I'm not saying that every day you must look done, dolled up. No, nobody really has that time. But it's a skill set that everybody should know how to use.
Okay.
We may we may skirt around it and say no, but I promise you, if you've had professional makeup done, the experience and the the way people receive you is different.
So how would you advise anyone to sort of identify, how do you identify and evaluate new business opportunities, particularly in a rapidly evolving market? What factors do you consider when deciding to, pursue a new concept or direction for your company? Because I know that you've pivoted quite a number of times with the product types and the ranges.
Yeah. Even I always look to solve a problem. Okay, so 2020, when we all thought the world was going to end, we saw all those videos from Ecuador and Brazil, and it was scary. The beauty terrain also changed. Everything became contactless. And even walking into department stores that stocked makeup, a lot of them had to shut down. So the beauty industry was very affected. But then BM Pro, like I said, is what I've done. It's the only thing that I know how to do. I needed to change gears. And then we started the skincare line. We went into photography. We just keep evolving. We keep solving problems. Photography, because there were certain types of images that I love. I'd be in a room with a photographer, we'd put in all the work, and then the photos come and it doesn't even begin to showcase the absolute beauty, the joy, that the emotions that were on set that day. So I said to myself, okay, so maybe it's time to start to do my own type of photos. And then for skincare, I've had bouts of acne. I love products. So trying new skincare is something that I also enjoy doing. And if my skin, if my skin barrier is compromised, I'm going to react badly to it. So I looked for ingredients that would maintain my skin barrier so that I can give my skin, my skin good health. So I can play with skincare products, and it won't affect me in a bad way. BM Pro Skincare line started. So it's important to know that if you want to go into a new business, look for something that solves a problem. That way, it's going to be an easier sell, as again, something that you just like to do and nobody really needs.
Okay, so let's look at the structuring of your business, right? When you started, I want to guess that back in the university, your business wasn't registered, right? How long did it take? Sorry?
It was absolutely wasn't registered.
I would like to know, and I'm sure for people who are just thinking, I would like to start a business, how long did it take you to, get to the point of saying, I want to register this business? And, tell me what the value is, in going ahead and registering a business? What exactly is the...
I wouldn't say that registering a business is the very first thing to do if you want to start a new venture. No, you have to earn. You have to have earned enough revenue before you can even afford to pay the registration fees for that business. Don't collect money from your father and go and register a business. And no, the remuneration that you've received from offering that service is what you should use to pay for logo, name, and pay CAC. So like I said, I started in
Okay.
Unilag. I was in what? I was in year 2. Uh, I always just collected my money and kept it in the shoebox. After a while, the shoeboxes got too big. I started to give it to my sister, she's very accountable. So she saved my money for me. And then after a while, I had to open a bank account on campus and then started to save in the bank. But I worked and worked and worked, and I hadn't even registered my business when I opened my first store, because like for structure. So people say now we're now more aware. Have a business plan, have your financials ready, and then you run your business. But I went from the back way in. But again, I will always also still maintain that you shouldn't just jump and go and register business names. And no, make money from that venture first, and then you can register. See how you feel a couple of months, and then you can then establish. So then you put in expenditure, accounting, all of that. Those are important, very, very important parts of a business, because it's also very important for you to chart your profits. Not all monies that come in is profit. It's a very thin line. Even us as a company, we create beauty products, we sell. It's when it's time to reorder and restock that you realize that your profit margins don't actually cut it, because by the time you table your expenditure, then you see that this money is not all mine.
Okay, amazing. But I know you started out in Nigeria, but I believe your products, have extended beyond the shores of Nigeria. Have you had cause to go into new markets, register your company in the new markets, and operate in those markets? And what has that experience been like?
That journey, do you know I have paid for website? Website. There was one I paid. We paid a couple £1,000, expecting that the offices will be in Sheffield, as they said. Only for us to call the numbers that we heard, hello, so this company is in India, and your front office is in the UK. We paid you in pounds, and nothing ever came out of that venture. And then they send us a whole bunch of technical links to follow. I'm not an IT person. How follow which code? What are you writing? So we've been burnt a couple. I can tell my story. But in the same vein, you also meet people who facilitate expanding of your business. So easy. And it's so easy. You're wondering, wow, what just happened here? And now we're retailing, we're on Amazon, where we have distributors all over the world. We're in Canada, we have people who sell us in the UK. We're in Nigeria, we have distributors in Nigeria, out of state. And it's gotten so much better. It's not easy because, abroad you have all these taxes and all of that, shipment, delivery, fulfillment. But what's important is that money keeps coming in, and we're able to fulfill our financial.
All right, amazing. So I'd like to say that if you have any questions, please start dropping them. You see this at the bottom of your screen. You probably have this question mark. Just click on it and drop your questions right there. And, at some point, we're going to take those questions as well. So please just drop your questions right there, right now. So, Banke, looking back, were there other decisions in the early phase of your business that you made that you would consider very, very wrong decisions at this time, and you made huge mistakes that cost you dearly? What were some of those mistakes, and how did you navigate yourself out of, those failures?
Rushing into, as a beauty product manufacturer, rushing into beauty trends, that is such a no-no. So now we pace ourselves. We identify our products that do very well, and we continue to retail classics. I'll give you an example. There was this funny looking brush that came out. It was on YouTube. It was on Instagram. It was big then. So we rushed into that and manufactured a few pieces of that. The way it bombed, the way it bombed. And I've learned a lot of the products on TikTok, on social, a lot of them don't work. But, these people have a huge budget for marketing and influencer style marketing. And if you look at it today, a lot of those influencers, they've all gone under. A lot of them. And what's remained are the classics, are the greats. So for us as a brand, I'm very careful to not rush into trends. You see something that, as a makeup artist, we have, and then they bring something so fantastic to come and do the same thing. No, we already have what we're using. We can change the color, we can change the packaging, but it's still going to do the same thing. So as a beauty, as a product creator, it's also important to know what your strengths are. Don't just rush into trends. We don't just rush into trends. And it may look like, oh, BM Pro doesn't have this latest, whatever. Guess what? We have the original, we have the classic that you really need. So all of these little other modifications, we don't need to invest thousands of dollars in 100,000 pieces of something that is going to do what we already can do, and we're just going to be wasting a marketing budget.
All right, but without testing, how do you typically, define your target audience's needs? You said there's the classics. Is there no room for introduction of, say, new products, maybe new services?
Always, always. Beauty is seasonal. So last year, the packaging we had may be different from what we have now. So we're always going to introduce new things. Beauty is it changes. It's always evolving. What I'm saying is you have to weigh the financial implication of a new product. You don't just rush. Beauty is in cycles. Last year, maybe we manufactured 100,000 pieces of a certain color. We may have sold out, we may not have sold out. But what we're not going to do is to say that every year, when another type of that beauty product comes out, we're going to keep on manufacturing. If we do that, we're going to have a warehouse filled with the same item, but we've only given our money to the factory. And then we have to push harder to push out these products. So no, pace yourself as a product manufacturer. It's very the lure, the temptation to keep coming out with new things every season is very great. But guess what? You're going to fall into a place where your warehouse is full and there's only so much lip glosses people can buy.
Okay, I believe you have your eyes on not just Africa, but the world, and given your understanding of your company's sector and its growth potential, are there any specific concerns that you anticipate regarding raising funds for expansion? And if so, how does your company plan to mitigate these potential challenges?
So funds has always been a problem for us. I started as a sole proprietor, self-funded, even still self-funded right now. It's just always been a headache. You have the venture capitalists who reach out and want to be, but some of those terms may not be encouraging for someone like me. A lot of them may, seek to remove the founder. Many terms are like that. And right now, I may not be ready to leave, but again, terms, depends on the term. So funding is always still a huge problem for us. But like I say, I serve the women that I serve. I love to see them thrive. I love to see. So it may sound myopic, it may be like I'm not looking at the bigger picture. But for me, this was something that is my baby, So I will have withdrawal symptoms if someone comes and tells me, "Oh, we're going to offer you X amount of money if you can just completely hands off." I don't know how I would feel, but for now, I'm still very happy to be at the helms, to be the driving force behind the brand. And
All right, so what you're doing
we're
now,
still going to
you're
keep
ruling out venture
advocating for
capital?
financing.
Sorry?
We're still going to keep advocating for external financing.
Okay. So, I mean, there are many options, right? But I think so far you've always been bootstrapping. You've bootstrapped thus far to this level. And you're now ruling out for now, venture capital and probably private equity. But what
I'm not
other
ruling it
funding?
out. I just need the right terms. I just need the right one that will carry me along with everything. Oh yeah, venture capital.
So, but what other funding strategies would you say you could possibly deploy for the next phase of expansion?
So, a term loan, but with very flexible terms. Yes, because for beauty, the time between creating a beauty product, getting your formula perfect, manufacturing it, getting to your market, it can take between a year or two.
Oh, okay.
So a 90-day loan does nothing for you as a beauty product manufacturer. So you need, which is where flexibility comes in. So I don't know how it's going to be structured, but it is possible, which is where the venture capitalists come in. They are more, they walk with you, they hold your hand, as against a financial institution giving you a 90-day or a 120-day turnover type of loan. Yeah.
So debt financing, not very comfortable for most. But tell me, let's talk about competition now. There's always competition in the business world, and I'm sure you have a number of them. But how fierce is the competition in the makeup industry, and how do you handle competition?
So competition makes you up your standards. It makes us want to do better, and then just keep things going. For the longest time, I never looked left or right. I still am like that. I'm very focused on what I do, the experience that we provide at BM Pro. Those are the things that I focus on. But it's also nice to see how big the industry has grown. The quality and the professionalism of Nigerian makeup artists is top notch. It's incomparable. We drive the industry, and we are a certain way, and I'm very proud to have been at the helms of that style. The younger, the newer artists are fantastic as well. They're phenomenal. They represent their art. They showcase their art very beautifully, and then you see it, and you're like, yes, this is how it's meant to be. Nothing mediocre, nothing off. I mean, you'll have the occasional mistake or whatever, but everyone just keeps getting better, and I'm very proud to see that.
All right, amazing. So seeing how that, BM Pro, has grown over the years, what specific, operational strategies have been implemented to ensure, the efficient and smooth, business processes, especially in the areas of like customer service and, logistics?
The team grow with me. My team grow with me. Someone comes in, has minimal knowledge. By the time you walk with me as your CEO, You must improve as a person, as an artist, as a business person, as an individual. You must grow.
Mm.
I've always seen myself as a teacher because I take
Yeah.
the young people, I train them, and then they go. And that's always going to continue. For me, I have a problem when someone comes in and doesn't improve in artistry, doesn't improve in relations, it doesn't, you just sit there. I have a problem with people like that.
Mm.
So I'm a trainer, I'm a teacher. I nurture people, I nurture my staff. That always room for growth.
Okay. So, if someone was starting out a business today, maybe not the makeup business, any business whatsoever. Hello, are you with me?
Yes, I'm with you.
All right. So, I mean, if someone was starting a business today, anywhere in Africa, how would you advise that they start? So, if you could just itemize the first 5 steps that they should take in, setting the right foundation for that business, what would it be?
Know who your target audience is, your target market. Know exactly what you're delivering to them and knock it out of the park. Be very professional, very innovative, stay creative, be accountable to yourself. Know that anything that happens with this business is because you let it happen. It's not anyone's fault, it's not any client's fault, it's not any business terrain's fault. It's because you let it happen. I've said that be creative, and be consistent. Don't jump from one style or business or whatever, just rolling around gathering no moss. No, be consistent. I have my signature. I've imbibed my signature into my team, and even though trends have come and gone, we have still followed some certain principles, some certain looks are still always going to be BM Pro. That has helped. That has helped. People know that if they want quality, if they want to feel beautiful, if they want to feel like a celebrity, they come to BM Pro. So,
Mm.
um, and then your brand strategy. You must build your brand. Um, Building your brand, your brand colors, the feel, the look, the flow, everything, keep it consistent. So which I guess that's still consistency.
Mm.
And take pen to paper and know your worth, like your inflow to outflow. Not every money that comes in is profit. So you must chart your profits. You must separate your capital from your profits and know exactly how much you're earning. It's if you don't write it down, it's very hard to track your expenditure. You
Mm.
Even to the last kobo, to the last nut or whatever you change in your generator, you must account for it because all
Mm.
that is going to eat into whatever money has come into your business. And at every point, you must know the value of your business.
Mm. That's amazing. So, from knowing your audience, which means you've got to do like proper market research and analysis, to delivering a product or service that meets, their needs, to being able to communicate, what the benefits, of this product and the services are with your target market, to keeping it professional always, to keeping, a certain brand consistency, as you continue to build that brand. And of course, knowing your numbers, and working out your finance with diligence. I hope I was able to curate that timeline,
Yeah.
as you delivered it.
And then
All right.
also listening to your clients. You have to listen to your clients. Because beauty is very personal. You know, you as the artist may want to do something and the person you want to do it for is not really up for it. So you must listen and then know how to land softly at all time. Yes. And also be very kind to people. Be very kind to people. I'm in an industry that is sort of therapeutic, you know. So having a listening ear without interrupting is very important.
That's amazing. Thank you so much. And I would like for you to access the questions section. Do we have a number of questions there for you? Do you see questions there, Banke?
Let me see.
Because
Yes, I do see
so
questions.
how many questions have we got there?
Okay. So we have 8 questions.
8 questions so far. If you have any questions, now is the time to drop it. I think we'll be able to take a total of 12 questions. So we're missing 4 right now. So please take the first question and then we'll move on to the next.
Okay, so this says, what's the easiest and cheapest way to deliver anywhere in the world?
Okay.
Okay.
Cheapest and easiest way to deliver what exactly? Your products anywhere in the world?
I guess beauty products, yes.
Yes.
So right now we use Compton Green Express. We use GIG Logistics. We used to use DHL, but there's so much controversy with their pricing right now. It's so we've had to move from there. And then we also retail on Amazon.co.uk. So that delivery is it's sorted out by Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Thank you. So what advice, so we have one here from Akudo. What advice would you give to someone starting a business in Africa with limited resources?
know who you want to serve. So have your clientele ready. You know, and like I said, whatever business that you want to do, let it be something that solves a problem. I started my business, I didn't have capital. It's not like someone gave me this huge amount of money to go and purchase beauty products. No, I used to use my own personal makeup to work.
Okay.
So I already had that, and then I already had my talent, and I was able to get paid for that. In fact, I used to do henna tattoos, and I'd use powder henna and draw all this art on my body, and people would ask, "Oh, can you do a Celtic sign for me?" Oh, yes, I can, and I'd come with this stencil. I'd actually cut out the paper, and then do the henna on the person, and I'd get paid for it. So I didn't have to use huge capital. I'm very terrified of businesses that you need X amount of money to start, that if you don't have this huge amount of money, you can't start it. I run away from businesses like that. And for a good
So
reason too,
bootstrapping is always the best way to go.
for
You
me.
can make your mistakes, early with little funding.
Yes.
Just target a small market size, and then, of course, grow as your, revenue starts to grow.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes.
All right. Beautiful. Wanimi says, what advice would you give to your younger self starting out in the beauty industry today?
Keeping records of your clients and the special the special occasions. For the longest
Okay.
time, I had that data in a book. So by the time I started my business, I'd moved. By the time I put structure in the business, to then start imputing a lot of those dates was hard for me. So I lost a lot of data that way. But these days, we do use we use Shopify, and Shopify we have a back end of our customer base, so that's easier.
Okay. So you have a potential business partner in the room, in the person of Pure Glam UK. She said she would like to be a distributor for BM Pro in the UK.
Yes, Pure Glam. We are actually working on your order because your request has been received, and we are going to do it. Just stay with us.
All right. There's someone says you're a superwoman from the interview you had. Yes. I know you had another session just before this, and now this. So,
I'm here.
Superwoman,
I'm
take
here online for you
receive your
today.
cape. Receive your cape tonight.
Thank
Uh,
you.
okay, so we have 7 other questions on the question section. Could you please take the next, please?
Okay, what's the best way to store data of past customers? So, like I said, we use Shopify, so that helps keep our customer base up to date. There's also the storefront. I can't recall the system the IT department uses, but we're also able to keep a track of customers that way.
Okay, thank you very much. And the next question, please.
As a success, the Midday Mercy says, as a successful entrepreneur, what are some of the biggest misconceptions about building a
Building a
business?
business. Yeah.
Okay, so for makeup, one of the biggest misconceptions is that it's a very glamorous business to run. It is not glamorous. It's a lot of work. There are no days off. You have to be ready to get up and go. The next client books you as you're finishing the previous one. You have to muscle up the energy to go. I don't think there's any business that does not have those administrative pain in the ass. Excuse my language. I don't think that there's any business that you can just do that you don't have to be accountable. No, nothing is easy. There's no business that is easy.
Okay,
Okay,
amazing.
so
All right, the next
how
I'll
did
take.
you approach securing?
Whose question is that? I don't see it though.
Akudo says, how did you approach securing funding or investment for your business? Yeah, so
Okay.
funding for the business is always. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Funding for the business has always been self. We financial institutions have not, like I said, the cycle of a loan, of the loans they give out doesn't work for us. So but there's some financial institutions that have helped. GTB had that loan that was for 24 months, so that helped us to ride a wave at that point, at that time. But again, it's not. I don't think they don't do it anymore. But we're self-funded. We just plow back into the
Mostly.
business and keep it.
All right. So still on funding, I'll just take this one real quick. So it's Alabi Abdul Mujib says, at what point can a business owner consider looking for funding? And what are the channels available out there to get one? I also want to ask if it's logical for a company to spend towards attracting target customers and around what amount is okay to spend.
Okay,
So there are
so
2 questions.
yes, you would know that you need, of course, you know when you need money. You want to, for a typical example, we want to bring in maybe 12 lip liner colors. And each of those lip liners, you need to manufacture maybe 50,000 pieces per color or 12,000 pieces per color. What do you do? You can't possibly fulfill that order on your own. So you need to reach out to a financial institution to help. But when it's time to seek for funding, you will know when you want to expand, when you want to go into the international market, global markets. You need a marketing budget, you need transportation, you need all of that. You do need to spend money for that. What was the second part? The second part of that question.
He wants to ask if it's logical for a company to spend towards attracting target customers.
Yes, of course.
So he's probably talking marketing, sales, maybe digital marketing, running campaigns, and around what amount is okay to spend.
When you take pen to paper, look at what you have as against what you want to spend. It is folly to spend everything in your coffers just because you want to do some PR. No. And for PR, you don't just wake up one day and decide that yes, it's now time to have a big party. PR is something that should be consistent. You continue to build up to doing an event. You're not cold and silent for months, and then you just decide that yes, in December we're going to have a big party, and then from that big party you think you're going to continue to make traction. No.
Okay. So KREP 19 asked, what role did partnerships play in your growth, and how did you find and build them?
Partnerships. I don't even have any partnership that I can think of. The only partnerships that we have are our clients. Word of mouth.
Not with production,
Not with production.
manufacturing.
Oh yes, okay. So yes, that can be a part. Okay, yes. So for our factories, I always just researched. I go for trade shows. I meet manufacturers direct, and you know, we were manufacturing in Turkey, so we used to go to Istanbul for the Istanbul beauty beauty exhibition. I think it's happening in October this year. So we met a couple of manufacturers there. We worked with them, and then we moved to Asia, trade shows as well, and then in the US as well, in Germany. So I go to all of these places. I find the manufacturer that's able to do what I want, and use some key ingredients in the manufacture of the products that we use in Nigeria, and so the only way that you will find manufacturers is if you go out for trade shows and exhibitions.
All right. So Case Glam Look is asking, what were your marketing and advertising tactics for your makeup services that has kept you till date?
Word of mouth and delivering excellent professional service.
Okay. All right. So what are some common misconceptions about building a business in Africa that you'd like to dispel?
Well, I've said that already. Thinking that some businesses are easy while some are not. Nothing is easy. Most especially business. This beauty business is not an easy business to do, but we do it because we are passionate about it, and there's joy in solving the problems that we solve.
All right. Mide Mercy is asking, what book, podcast, or resource has significantly impacted your entrepreneurial journey and why?
When I was younger, I used to read Marie Claire and Cosmopolitan and Vogue. So those hard copies. I still have a lot of them. The old magazine, Oprah. Those shaped my ideas of beauty. The magazines. These days, of course, everything is on social, so it's very easy to log in. But I don't really listen to podcasts because I get distracted very quickly. So for me to sit down and listen, it's hard. So now I would still read a magazine or watch a fashion show or what, to stay in beauty.
All right. All right. So Uptown Spa and Salon is asking, what do you do when people believe your prices are too high, whereas you believe it's the cheapest you can offer?
So I think that will come from knowing what I'm about to do for you, and I know the value of what I'm going to do for you. So pricing, I get that a lot. Where people say, "Oh, don't you think this is very high?" Or "Don't you think it?" And then in the same vein, some people are like, "Oh, wow, this was so cheap." So there's as the service provider, what's important to me is to be in a balance and not be too emotionally attached to people's opinion about something.
Hmm. Okay, that's amazing. Um, I think that's so. Lastly, I mean, I'll just take this one. Someone wants to know where you're stocked in Canada.
Um, Distributors. I'll check. There's a list. There's a list. I will. We will. I don't know. I don't know their names, but.
Hmm. Okay, so maybe you can. I'll advise that you just slide into a
Mhm.
DM and
I will send you.
just
Yes.
request for the
That
distributors
yes.
in Canada. Is that okay, Banke?
Mhm.
Hello, Banke. Did you hear me?
Yes. 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 We can
Is
share
it
that.
okay? It's
Yes.
okay. You can slide into your DM.
Absolutely.
All right. So, a lot of the strategies that have been discussed here may seem, simplistic, but the real deal is in the flawless execution of these strategies. Now, getting things done is really everything.
It is.
Growth doesn't just happen by chance, and, setting your business foundation right from the word go is important. Now, for you to launch, build, sustain a thriving and successful business, without feeling overwhelmed. I'm sure Banker has been there where she felt confused and frustrated sometimes. You need to probably, move from operating using just basic self-taught or trial by error methods, to accessing information, skills, training strategies, and knowledge to build a successful business in Africa. Now, in particular, what business training, Banker, have you had in the past? Because I'm sure I can tell that you're an artist, you're creative, but I know that you probably needed to pick up some, business skills at some point. Where did you go, and what did you do?
So for not even business. So what I've always trained myself on is artistry. I've attended makeup artist courses internationally. When I wanted to start the eyebrows, I did that course. When I wanted to learn the smoky eye process, I did that course. And for me, I decided to go global because I wanted a different perspective. I wanted to infuse an international style of makeup into what we do at BM Pro. So for the business, I haven't even really gone for a business course.
So I'm guessing at some point as a creative, you decided to probably hire business managers, finance people, and all that. I'm positive you did. And if you did, at what point did you decide I need this people to bring more structure to my business at this point? What was
Yeah,
the turning? What was that point where you decided to?
because then you feel like you're just running around like a headless chicken and you're not really making traction. So then you know that you need experts to run that arm of the business. Managing the studios, creating products. You need to, we had to align with experts in that field. Even the IT, the digital, our digital presence, constantly that keeps evolving and bringing on people who know. I know a lot, but I also know my limitations when it comes to running certain aspects of the business.
All right. So at this point, I would like to just quickly chip in that, if you are here attending this and you want to launch and scale your business with ease in Africa, I would like to invite you to join Dr. Ola Brown. Dr. Ola Brown is the CEO at Flying Doctors Healthcare Investment Company. Also join Adebola Williams of Red Media. So Ola Brown teaches conducting a proper market analysis in the Starting a Business in Africa course. Adebola Williams teaches you how to leverage your social currency and the power of social currency. Dr. Tayo Edeji teaches you, how to access funding and all the available, rooms where you can access funding from. Shukri Tofi who is an entrepreneurship expert at the foremost business school in the world, that Side Business School at Oxford University in the United Kingdom, teaches you how to scale your business. Adora Mbelu is a foremost brand strategist, and she teaches you how to convert, passion, just move from passion to profit. And of course, my humble self as well teaches in a couple of modules in that course. Some may know me, but for those who don't, my name is Fami Lucy Akimbabajide. You may call me Fab. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and of course, I'm the founder at Under 40 CEOs. And this course at Under 40 CEOs Learning Hub is called Starting a Business in Africa. Now, let me just go into the course a little bit. In the course, we provide you, information, skills, strategies, and knowledge that, upon implementation will ensure that your venture has a stronger foundation, for success right from the very start. And it includes identifying lucrative opportunities in the market to help you stand out, just like Banke did, navigating challenges with confidence, ensuring compliance, protecting your business from potential risks and liabilities. And the course will also help you, of course, secure funding, attract investors, and achieve your long-term goals. It would ensure that you have the financial resources needed to fuel your business growth. You'll learn to build a strong brand presence and effectively market your products and services, just like Banke, of course, has done. And it would help you attract and retain loyal customers in this very competitive African market. Now, additionally, the course will help you, scale your business, optimize for efficiency and productivity, enable you to meet increasing demands, and expand your reach. The key is that you implement the strategies learned in each module, and as you, implement this, you'll experience a transformative growth that will propel your business, of course, to new heights. So I'd like for you to advise that you go to our Instagram story. You would find a post on our Instagram story with a link where you can join the wait list for this course. You can also go to, the link in our bio where you can join the wait list for this course, and you'd also be getting more information after you join the list on the course and the launch date. And one thing that I can, guarantee you is that you will be able to, if you're just trying to launch a business, successfully launch that business, or if you're trying to, at least move your existing business forward, this course would help you do just that. So I would like to say a very big thank you to Banke Meshida Lawal for this amazing session. And let her know.
I'm going to join that course. So, because
I
have other businesses I want to start. So,
please. Please, that's amazing. So you're very welcome to join. And of course, I'd like to say thank you. And that Under 40 CEOs is incredibly proud, of the feats that you've, achieved and attained so far. And of course, we wish you the very best and would have you know that we would always be present to support you on your quest for world domination. Thank you once again, Banke.
Thank you, Fab. Thank you.
All right. So until next time, CEOs, let's keep building our amazing businesses and, in essence, our continent, that is the continent of Africa. Thank you very much for joining, and have a great evening.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye then.